Hello and welcome to ErfDragon Bricks. You've probably already seen the time lapse of this video, but today I'm going to show you the real-time build of the Zombie Chauffer coffin car. Not an easy thing to say, but we managed it. So let's go to credits and I'll give you more information. Go! Okay, I don't have a bag this time around, as you probably can see, and there is a reason for that. I received this gift, or I picked up this particular gift from a newspaper in 2012 or somewhere around then, because apparently that's when these bags were released. But I received it round about that time as a freebie from a newspaper. I built it at the time, put it on my Halloween scene, and I put it on my Halloween scene for every year following that. But I never filmed the whole process. So the bag is gone, the instructions are gone, so I had to go back, try and find the instructions again, and start all from scratch. So today is that video. For those that want to know, it's at 30200, part of the Monster Fighters series. I've got to admit, that's a bit of a weird name to call it, but that's what LEGO decided to call it. I did a little bit of research. There are some other options as well. There was another car that they built, plus a few extra characters. However, the pricing on those characters doesn't justify paying for a polybag. So if I can somehow get a polybag of that a lot cheaper, a more reasonable amount, then I'll do it. But with that said, the parts aren't unique to the build. So I could potentially get just the parts on their own and just put the zombie character in the same build. But we'll see what happens with that. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me build that. But anyway, let's get into it. So this particular character, so this zombie coffin car was such a unique and crazy idea to put a coffin with wheels and make it into some kind of hot rod. And being somebody that likes cars a little bit, likes a bit of fantasy, a little bit of, weirdness, that I really enjoyed. And I thought that was such a cool idea. And I don't usually buy into, especially at that time anyway, buy into a lot of the LEGO stuff at that time. But this one was a very unique idea. And when I started doing this channel, I decided that this is a good build to redo and show you the whole process. And I've added a little bit of animation as usual, but also a little bit of some sound effects as well, which I hope you'll enjoy. So let's roll the video where I build this car, and then we'll follow it up with the animation. If you can't wait, you can jump straight to the animation. But if you really can't wait, pop over to the time-lapse video and then come back. Let's go. Okay, so I've got all the parts all set to one side, over this side over here, so it's all hidden away. So they're going to come in as an animation. So what's going to happen is they're going to come in as an animation, and then as it reaches the main platform, I'm going to start building it up. And yeah, so let's get cracking. So I'll bring all the pieces in first, and then I'll start to build it up. In fact, I'm going to use that. Put that in front actually. Now, interestingly enough, although I'm doing this in a different way than I was originally planning to, I think it's going to work out because the last piece is going to be the first piece. So I think this is actually going to work out quite well. Oops. Stay still.
Just interjecting here, you might notice that these flames are kind of glowing a little bit, and same with the house at the background. In case you haven't figured out, I've actually got a black light in the background, which is making it glow a bit to give it a bit more of a spooky feel. Definitely think I'm going to use this a lot more, especially when I have fluorescent pieces for a build going forwards. So you should hopefully see that in future videos. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so all the pieces on the board, so what I'm going to start doing is now start bringing it in and start building the device, so or building the character. it doesn't move. So you can move it further forward actually, you can bring it really close to the camera. Right, okay. There. There's 2 pieces missing. No, they're not. They're there. Just haven't taken them off. I definitely need to stick this down next time. Now, which part does that go on the... That goes on the bigger part, so I need to turn you around a bit. So this fits on like that. So that little groove there, fits on that bit there. And you over there. Right, this is supposed to fit on this side here, but it's just been... Oh, there we go. So one of them fits on the back here. And the other one fits on the other side. Now, just for the record, unlike the VIP stuff that I got recently where I was doing the carriage and it kept falling apart, this is actually staying together. It's actually not coming apart as easily. It seems to be sticking, you know, they're really gripping. The carriage over there didn't grip very well, which is why I didn't film it. You'll probably see that in the next video, what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's just something in the background just to make you aware. That carriage there, right at the back there, that didn't record properly. Didn't fit properly, but this is like literally, it's like grabbing it. So the clutch power on this is far better. I've got to say, I love how these, because of that blue light, these look like they're on fire. I love that. See, that's so much more solid. This is how Lego should be. Really solid. When it's not solid, it's harder for them to not stay in place. But that really was hard to get in, but that's good because it meant that it will stay in. And the second one. Let's move that out of the way a minute. So the next thing we've got to do is the lights. So we'll rotate you back around. Right, so let's just do that properly so you can see it on camera. So that fits on the side like that. And then that one fits on the opposite. Oh. But that's the first time it's done that. Well, you can see it's starting to look like a car now, so it's starting to take its shape. I'm glad I've done this time round. I should have done it the first time round, but I just built it and put it on my shelf, you know, for display purposes. But it's nice to actually be able to use it properly. Heck, I might even add that lantern to it if I can find a way of putting it in there. But we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, the wheels are next, obviously. In fact, let's have it slightly going off centre. Right, I think this is the last tyre in the way. So let's put this wheel on. Second one. And the tyre. And the other tyre. And the last tyre. Okay, so the vehicle is very nearly finished, just a few more bits to do. And then after that I've got an extra part for this particular piece, but you'll have to wait and see what that is in a moment. Right, I forgot the axles on this, so we'll do that now. And there's the other axle. Can't believe I forgot this. Are you on? Yep. And there's one other piece I think needs to fit on the top, which I forgot as well, but we'll do that in a minute. And then this piece on top there. Are you fitted? Yeah, you are. Is it that way or the other way? No, it's that way. It's definitely that way. And then the last piece of the car is the actual steering wheel, which is this piece here. This little piece here. And that goes on the inside. Goes on the inside. Up at the front. Right there. Ugh. It's really hard to do it when you've got no light. Come on. Are you in? I think you're in. Can't really tell. And here is our coffin hot rod. It's such an unusual shape. I don't know if I've ever made this particular piece again, but it's a really unusual shape and really, really cool. But I love it, and obviously a hot rod needs somebody to drive it. So let's get on with doing that last bit. We'll start him here. Now making these guys walk is not easy. Gotta say. I'm not going to make him walk, I'm just going to make him move. Going to make him slide like a ghost. Him up a bit now. Alright, well, taking my other character out for a second. Here is my finished, so this is my finished zombie coffin car, set number 30200. I don't know when it was released. It was at least a decade ago, so whether they have still these parts, whether you can still get it, I don't know, but I'll give a proper review at the end of this video. But this is the finished article, and I can't remember when I got it or how. I think it was given from a magazine, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a newspaper that came out of. But I loved everything about this. It was just such a unique design. With a, you don't normally get a coffin piece in any kind of Lego, or at least not that I'm aware of. It's a hot rod. I mean, what more can be said? It's a hot rod, and it's got a little zombie character. But again, I'll give you my reviews at the end. But what do you think of this guy? So that's that done. I've done the animation, so I'm going to do a quick photo shoot, but I'll pass you back to the studio for the animation and the video review. So catch you in a bit. Bye.
Okay, so we have built this car. Again, I love this car. I think the design is brilliant. But before we finish, let's show you the animation, and then we'll talk about what I think of the car at the end. Okay, Jeeves, roll it.
So that's the animation all done. And you might have noticed as well that things were kind of a bit glowy in the background. I recently got hold of a black light, and it makes a massive difference, particularly on pieces like this where you've got flames and you've got green, clear, translucent pieces. It just makes them shine up and just gives them a nice eerie feel. It just makes them brighter, more fun. So I hope you enjoyed the new style of video that I've done on this particular occasion. I will definitely be using the black light in the future on some projects, not all, but some projects I'll definitely be using it. I think it's a really good thing, especially on ones where, like I said, you've got the glowing back on there. So let's have a look at this one first of all. So we've got the character here, the zombie character. There will be pictures at the end of this video, so do stick around to see the screenshot and the close-ups of these. But the zombie driver looks really, really good. And if you saw my video on the Captain America, not too different type of face. It's a very similar face to the Captain America. There are differences, but there is a little bit of similarity between this and the Captain America one. Maybe I should put him in the car. Who knows? But I do love the design on this for so many reasons. First of all, it's a car. I mean, it's a car. What's not to love about a car? The second thing, it's a hot rod. It is a hot rod car. Now, I will say, if I happen to have, or I can find some bigger wheels I can put on the back, I might even adjust this slightly and give it more, you know, a little bit more oomph on the back. But that said, it's still a pretty decent looking car. I do like it. You've also got the coffin shape for the actual car itself, which is a very unique piece. I don't know how often or if it's still even available at Lego, but it's a very unique piece. As far as I know, you can't get anywhere else. But if you've got one, or you know that there are other sets that have it, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what other sets have a coffin piece. Perhaps, you know, you can get hold of numerous ones of these and make a much bigger type of car, or use it in a different way. But that's certainly the most unique piece of this whole build. The other thing as well is this is usually like a little laser gun, but they've used it as the lights as well, which is why it's a simple, easy idea to do. The wheels are quite small, and you've also got this nice grille on the front. There is another build I've got with this grille, but again, I do like that shape. It looks so cool on any car. I mean, it just gives any car that bit more style. But on this one, it looks particularly good, and they've got a little, I don't know what you call that thing on a lot of hot rods we have. I think at the top, I can't think of the name of it, but they've added that on there as well, and that looks really, really good. And then obviously got the final piece, which is the flames at the back. I think the flames at the back look brilliant. They look absolutely wonderful, and the whole build is just so cool. I'm sorry. There might be people who disagree with me, but I think the build itself is cool. And it was actually a lot of fun animating it as well. On this particular occasion, although it took longer than I planned it, the animation on this took a lot better. If there was one criticism I would say on this build, and that's more a case of how long ago it was built, is it would have been nice if they found something to cover that back stud up there. But if I ever come across something I can put on there and make something close it off somehow, I will. But that's probably the only part that I'm not so keen on. And again, I would love to make the wheels bigger. I may have wheels lurking around, but I don't think so. But if I ever find a couple of wheels, I will make the wheels a bit bigger going forwards. But other than that, I really loved it. But what's your thoughts? What do you think of this particular character? Did you get one when it came out in the paper? Bearing in mind I'm in the UK, so it might not have come out in other countries. Did you manage to get hold of one of these? And if so, what did you think of it? I'd love to see if there's other versions of this anywhere out there. And if you have got one of these, have you made it into a mock of something else? Have you reused the parts to something else? Maybe a bigger project? I would be interested to know. Anyway, that's all from me today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification so you don't miss any future videos. And if you didn't know, I've got another channel called ErfDragon Art where I do traditional and digital art like this t-shirt here. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to go and check that out. Love to see you down there. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Keep bricking it. Have a happy Halloween and catch you later. Bye. For those that want to know, it's from blah 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 blah.